Happy Friday evening, buttfuckers of Twitch, and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. Set and Skull are here. Mongo is off pissing himself somewhere. He'll join us eventually, I'm sure. Now, I will preface tonight by letting you guys know that I did a small little modicum of grinding.
Holy shit, that's 6,000 meat.
Yep.
Oh, that is only small for him.
See all these? They're all bought.
Oh my god.
So, feel like doing some reading, Set? Just the top paragraph of each is good.
Alright.
Strong back.
Strong back. You can't put your back into it if your back is barely strong enough to support the weight of your own head.
Subcutaneous Gouda.
True. A thick layer of cheese under your skin insulates you from the heat while also making you look more muscular. God, I wish that's how it worked.
Fingers of Fontina.
Your fingers are stronger and less spindly than those of the average wizard.
Pecorino Bravado.
You radiate both strength and an ever-present, powerful cloud of cheese smell.
Now, Skull, you mentioned last week about wanting some kind of wave damage, right?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? We have it. Yep, we have it.
Yes. Now we can take our groups like a boss.
Indeed. Quick wit.
You might not be the sharpest tool in the drawer, but you're not the dullest knife in the shed.
Bleu Brilliance.
Chunks of arcane wisdom dot your mind like chunks of mold and an aged cheese.
Mind over Munster.
A lot of dealing with injuries is just being smart enough to convince yourself that the injury never happened. Basically how I do my job.
True enough. Wisdom of Jarlsberg.
Jarlsberg, sir. It's not a J, it's a Y.
Wisdom of Garlsberg.
I hate you so much. The deeds of the great wizards of yore have echoed through the ages and are now bouncing around in your skull, much like your last brain cell.
Thank you, Jarlsberg. Fashion sense.
I don't have that. You know you're not supposed to wear plaid and stripes at the same time, but you're so cool that you can get away with it anyway.
Swiss.
Fuck I am.
Indeed. Swiss cunning.
Your mind swirls with forbidden magics of alpine dairies.
And I wish I had the music clip to go with this one, but Gorgonzola's Guile.
You don't get to be as old as a wheel of fine-aged Gorgonzola without learning a few things.
Yeah, this was super helpful here. Limburger Limberness.
Your joints are lubricated with the finest of cheese oils.
Good
Yummy.
eyesight.
My glasses beg to differ. You can recognize the letter E from really far away.
Bewitch.
Anyone can lie, but if you want to be really good at it, you need to use a little magic.
Stony Heart.
You can relate to rocks on both an emotional level and on a being difficult to break in half level.
And finally, Lapidary Empathy.
You really know how to get to the bottom of a rock.
Mongo, if that's you, take a look at the grinding that's been done.
We have everything.
They're all bought. Every
Why?
last one of them.
How do we have everything? Jesus.
Because
Don't
grinding,
ask questions.
grinding.
Show him
I
your
mean, like,
meat.
is it Skyrim where you have to, like, close it out every time and then you just keep fighting everything in God's name?
No, I didn't have to close anything out. I just have this nifty little wander feature in the game. Anyway,
And what does that do?
I'll show you. I am going to display the method by which I did this. Anyway, Queso Fustolento is now dealing 7, Parmesan Missile deals 5 and hits Moxie for 5. Medical Manchego now heals 15 instead of 10.
Jesus.
Here are my current perks as well. What have I gained since... Oh, Slee's Armor is up by 8.
Well, I'm sure you've heard of all of this.
Uh-huh. I think that's the only extra perk I got. A few lost fights gave me a few extra effects. Here's the cumulative effect of all of these. So yeah. Oh, there we go. So here, take a look at this. All my armors, all my stats. So yeah, I've been a tiny bit busy.
Yeah, it's a tiny bit. It's just
And yet you
6,000
say you
loot.
never have time for me.
Well, this week I managed. Barely.
As one does.
Like I traded.
And yet
in all
I'm untouched.
I traded in all the other free time things I do just to do this, because I knew it would be worth it. Oh, and check out Leonardo.
Yes! No longer will he die in like one hit.
Yeah, not so
Maybe.
much. Not so much now. Look at his HP.
Motherfucker can take like 5 turns.
Yeah, and this is on top of the friendship ring, so he's got 13 each in any fight.
That's crazy.
Wallace, on the other hand, I don't really care about him, so...
Hey, Birdie.
I have tentacle skin headbands on each of the hats, which adds a spooky armor to each naturally.
No.
All of the pants have greasy knee pads, which adds a sleaze armor to each effect. I'm using the grimy spatula again. I have all of these for different uses. Haunted Duck Call is still my only offhand, and it's pretty fucking useless at this level of power, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Still got these in case I need to rebuff any skills or any stats for any reason.
I mean, did you get any cursed items?
No, I did not advance the plot. I'm not gonna advance the plot off camera. That's why I stayed away from the important fight. Oh yeah, and that very hard fight surely will not be hard anymore.
No, it will not be.
Bitch, you can probably solo most encounters now.
Doesn't mean I'm going to. I kept this in case I need a physical armor boost, which at 4 is not really necessary right now. No potions at the moment.
Guys, my armor is so great, I take negative damage.
Yeah, really. Anyway, here's how I did it. Now, in my wandering, I also found a couple of other locations unlocked, which we'll check out before we go to the fridge factory. But this wander key down here, just keep doing that until you find stuff. So sometimes you get a taffy like we saw a few times last time. There's 3 different kinds. Root beer, licorice, and spearmint, I believe, are the 3. But here's the root beer taffy. Isn't fizzy like actual root beer.
Like actual root beer. But this root beer flavored saltwater taffy will heighten your magical abilities regardless. Maybe it's a placebo kind of thing.
Where do you get all this taffy anyway?
So try to get me a resource.
Ah, shit.
With the sinister 3 of those horrible fishermen come at you out of nowhere. Well, nowhere? 2 come at you out of an alley, and the 3rd one crawls out of a nearby manhole. Fish hole?
Yeah, I heard you the first time. Now I don't know what soda in the hole does, because I don't bother with grenades. Don't really need them at this point. But yeah, 2 choices. Let's demonstrate our power first. Oh, I gotta slow combat down again. There we go.
Hold on. Why is the goblin from a hentai now?
Don't ask me.
You changed your pet, dude.
Eh.
We don't ask certain questions.
So anyway, here's the power of the spatula now with everything
Wow, you
combined.
could one-shot tons of shit.
Yep. But I'm just gonna do this, because it's fun.
Yeah, fuck friggin' one-shotting, you're friggin' sniping them with a damn... That's not even the rock that you used to throw!
Yep. It's a weaker rocket.
You might say you've reduced those chumps to chum, but despite that being a pretty good fish pun, it would also imply the existence of much larger fishermen who would be attracted to the bait. I don't want to think that. Or I don't think you want that.
Yeah, and they misspelled existence, by the way. That A
I'm
should be
aware.
another E. So yeah, 10 XP now, and your meat. I can't sell the fish liver oil. I had to down all of my potions at once and make the last one the one that I kept. It only increases muscle by 1. Fishman throwing spear inflicts bleeding. I've been selling those because don't fucking need them. And Leonardo continues to become a turtle god.
Hey.
Hey. Good job, little buddy.
Give him a music lesson.
Long before you actually turn the corner, you hear 2 Glocklins playing their little high-pitched plinkety glockenspiels extremely loudy, jerks. By the time you actually get up to them, well, you're not totally deaf, but you wish you were.
Jeez, you two, can you tone it down a bit?
Ha! Tone it down, say you. What about if we... it up tone? They start playing even louder. It's like if someone loaded a Tommy gun with pixie dust and shot you through the ears.
That's pretty much what I did in high school whenever anyone in the color guard said not to play so loud. I'd literally turn around, aim the trombone at them, and start firing missiles. Next time, don't talk to me until you've got a few more brain cells than a Valley Girl, huh? Anyway, this fight is a little harder. Not that much harder, but harder nonetheless.
Look, a little is a matter of perspective.
A little because I require 3 of these missiles to bring them down, instead of just 2. You see? So yeah.
You got some Glockenhosen.
Yep, with the attached suspenders, these rugged woolen pants also protect 2 very narrow strips of your torso. And a Glockenspiel necklace, perfect for the heavily burdened music lover who doesn't have a hand free for a normal Glockenspiel. Showcase Showdown right after this. I'm sorry, what? Wrong show. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. A well-dressed man flags you down. Excuse me there, my good chap. Might you have a match on your person?
So we've seen what happens with the paradox, and we've seen what happens with a single lie. How about 2 lies?
Do it.
I'm sorry, no.
Ah, well, thank you all the same. Toodaloo.
Let's toddle off.
As you're walking past one of Ocean City's many disused public urinals, you notice that one has been filled up with ice cubes. As you investigate further, for some fucking reason, you notice that one of them isn't an ice cube at all, but a frozen rock!
Hey.
So the
It
collection...
wasn't
Wipe
a
the rock
rock.
off, you dirty
It was a rock lobster.
Examine it, and then pound it into flakes.
Yeah, so one of those skills gets me double, and of course the XP. Unfortunately, that didn't double when purchasing this skill. Oh well.
As you're walking through Ocean City, you see a couple of stranded motorists trying to change a car tire. Their efforts aren't amounting to squat, though, because they don't have a jack.
Well, let's pick it up then.
The muscles.
You hold the car up long enough for them to change the tire. Modern cars don't actually weigh all that much.
No, we've just become Terry Crews.
Oops.
The ground shakes again, and more of those horrible slimy tentacles erupt out of the ground nearby. They hurl nasty blobs of goop everywhere and thrash around blindly, trying to grab you.
We shall destroy them.
Oh my?
Oh my... hentai, oi.
This fight is
Oh my strawberry pie.
equally as hard as the 2 goblins.
That's because those tentacles didn't take a little blue pill.
Yep.
I'm kind of
Come on,
surprised
they're
you
gonna
don't
need
have like
10
an
of those
AoE
things if they
thing.
want to tackle you.
So yeah, you can see how this will eventually get a nice big gather.
In an Ocean City back alley, you find some strange graffiti. An unsolved long division problem. Ugh.
Love it.
Hello, long division.
Make short work of the long division.
And yet
So
it
this-
falls alpha.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah,
So
blah.
so here's what happens when you give them the music lesson. Look, friends, you're going about this all wrong. Don't you know anything about modern music? What's important is the notes that you don't play.
What? What means the notes play we not?
I can see that you have a lot to learn. You better start by practicing not playing any notes at all. Then, once you get good at that, you can focus on learning which specific notes not to play.
I see that this modern music a tricky business is. The goblins stare at their glockenspiels, carefully not playing them. As you leave, you hear one accidental plink, followed by urgent shushing and apologies.
And you gain just as much XP from doing that as you do from fighting them. So what do you think the smarter option is?
Fighting them.
Well, the smart option will be not
Or
fighting.
fun
The fun
option.
option is fighting.
No, it's smart to be more amused than it is to do the better thing.
The paperclip salesman from earlier does another double take when he sees you. How are your documents, Jack? Not flapping loose, I hope. He again offers to sell you a paperclip.
So,
But this also reminds me of a meme about the legit small used in average military now. You see, it guides itself to the target because it knows where it is and it knows where it isn't.
So yeah, the paperclip is good for this.
Alright then. From multinational treaties to fourth
Wait, what
grade
is he-
homework assignments, the humble paperclip has dutifully girded our sheaves since whenever the humble paperclip was invented.
So that's good for 3 stench armor if we need to buff up. I could use a paperclip actually.
Wee, do I detect the change in humidity? I must be chasing you up the property ladder. You didn't tell me the weather was this nice. Okay. Well, this should be an unusual sight if you hadn't already seen it before. 4 Glocklins are playing their glockenspiel while doing some kind of traditional folk dance. It involves a lot of skipping and hopping and turning around in a square with precise timing. They aren't paying any attention to you. Or to anything else, really.
Now I'm gonna say join in for a reason.
It does kind of look like fun, but you definitely don't know the steps and would only cause total chaos. It'd be simpler just to attack them, since a brawl would probably result anyway.
Now if I went and attacked them head on like Mongo would suggest that I do, we wouldn't get that delightful bit of text. That wouldn't be good, now would it? So this right here is the hardest fight out of the entire Wandering at this point in the game. And you see what
Hey, Leonardo.
you see what 6 damage did to Leonardo. Basically
It
jack shit.
tickled
nothing.
him.
Pretty much. And he heals for
It tickled them, and he did more damage to them.
Yep. And he heals for 13 on top of all that. So, let's have a little fun.
So my understanding of this is we've made Leonardo bullshit.
Pretty much.
As he always should do.
So here's the missile we were using before, the stronger one.
Ooh.
We're gonna get 3 of them at sub 3. And we're just gonna toy with them from here on out. Watch this.
You won! I'm not sure what you have against traditional folk dances, but you sure put a stop to that one.
So yeah, I've been getting a lot of this. Glockenbrat.
This is a small loaf of dark bread made by glockenspiel-obsessed goblins. Let's hope their single-mindedness doesn't make them really terrible at baking.
And a Glocklin mallet ball.
This used to be part of a glockenspiel mallet. You can't make music with it anymore, but you could still probably put someone's eye out.
Yeah, it's just another combat item.
Hey.
And we've got
Oh, I'm not
this.
rereading that bitch.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna force any rereading. So yeah, here's the spearmint taffy.
Hey.
This spearmint-flavored saltwater taffy will help you keep your cool, which is what you need to be good with ranged weapons like spears, assuming you're throwing the spears. Look, there isn't any such thing as a bullet mint. You are unexpectedly surrounded by 3 Glocklins, menacingly playing their glockenspiels at you. Which is a real trick if you think about it.
Hey, what gives?
Samagri! We insist on it that you to us all of your meat give.
What, all of it? That's crazy.
I guess it is a little extreme. Say we instead 7 meat?
Fuck you.
Damn right.
Now you die. Also, there's 2 here. They lied to you.
Yeah, well... And you know what? I don't feel like toying with you. Goodbye. Right. Now if you shove past him instead, I ain't got time for this malarkey. Get out of my way, chum.
You shove past the fisherman, whose slimy hands can't find perches to grab you, and stride away. They glurble angrily at you, but either they're too startled to make any further issue of it, or they're trying to basically keep a low profile. Which, they're fishmen, come on. Either way, you make it out of there unscathed except for the fish line.
So now, if you say, yes, but I might need it later, and he says the same thing. We've read this one before, The Elderly Man in the Payphone. This was gross.
Yeah.
Here's a new one.
You take a wrong turn to an underground coffee house just as a thinly mustachioed man demands any decent person to defend the formal vulgarity of Joyce's Ulysses. Moved to tears, the man kisses you on both cheeks, leaving wet mustache hairs on your chin.
Yeah. Ah, yeah.
Grossed out.
Shit.
God.
So now if we don't buy this paperclip, sorry, I'll pass. I don't need a paperclip today.
Or passing, alright. On the offer of a lifetime. But that's alright, that's alright. I got a good feeling that the next time you see me, I'll be in the houseboat next door.
If you say so. There's a couple more out there. I'll see if I can get them.
Blah, blah, blah. These guys again.
And here's the third taffy, licorice.
This piece of black licorice-flavored saltwater taffy is bound to either invigorate you or angerify you, depending on how you feel about black licorice.
I don't have an opinion one way or the other. I just don't go out of my way for it.
I hate black licorice.
Our grandfather
I'm not
loves
personally
it.
a huge fan, but hey.
To each his own, I guess.
I don't know if I've had black licorice enough to actually have an opinion.
Alright, well, we've done all other but the first 2.
Yeah, so, well, yes, but I might need it later does the same thing as anything, as either no or I'm sorry no. We did the paradox last time or the time before. But yeah, the last one, sure, here you go.
And tips his hat to you. Thank you kindly. This will be just the thing I need to ensure that something will be on fire at some point in the future.
I'm pretty sure the more I think about it that these matches might be the needles from West of Loathing.
I'm thinking so, yeah.
What, you mean for lockpicking?
Nah, lockpicking or other minor shit like that. It's unconfirmed at this point. We'll get there, I'm sure. But yeah, every 2 times you meet this guy, it's good for 5 XP.
Fun fact, did you know that Markiplier is playing this?
What's that?
Yes,
You know
I
that
am aware.
Markiplier? I said, do you know what Markiplier, the YouTuber, is playing?
I don't really watch him, but everybody should.
God is dead. We killed him.
We never did finish that, Mongo. That series. But anyway.
That's because there's too damn many.
Oh, good lord.
Anyway.
A chortling street tough in the alley challenges passersby to arm wrestle for the title of Alley King.
Roll him up, big boy.
You make quick work of the young tough.
my.
The alley is yours, but faced with all the administrative responsibilities that come with it, you give the alley back to the people instead.
I'll just take the XP, thanks.
We, the people of the alley,
Colored patch of
do
curb
formally
next to a
declare.
Concrete appears to have absorbed a significant quantity of magical sewer energy.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
Leonardo, don't you feel at home?
Maybe now he'll transform.
Strange. Stone like this is normally only found close to ley line intersections, and sewers and ley lines are very different things. Almost the opposite things.
Let's see if I can get the last... let's ignore them. We don't need more right now. I want to try and get
More hentai?
the last of the materials. If I can't get it in a reasonable time, I'll move on. So yeah, if you don't have a match, any of these options will do the same thing. Nope. Nope.
Well, that just won't do. What if you should have cause to set something alight in the future? Here, take one of mine.
Ah, here's one.
Yeah, yes.
IRS agent walked through the window of a diner, struggling with his paperwork.
Never show to the IRS.
Down with the IRS.
Pen, you lean through the window over and make. Sorry, the window over part threw me. And make a few improvements to his work. You pat him on the head and walk off whistling as he shouts terrible curses at your back. Honestly, there wasn't all that much to correct.
IRS agent and you fuck with him. Love it.
Blah, 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 blah.
Here's a new one.
In an alleyway, you encounter some poor street urchins struggling with their math homework. Give the kids a few pointers about math, and the insults they hurl at you in reply do nothing to diminish your sense of smug satisfaction. Good for you.
I have never once been in this situation. Nope, not I never.
Including them cursing at you, because I can see that.
I'm a fucking polymath. Of course I've been there. Every part of it.
Ugh, fucking polymaths.
Here's one.
You turn a street corner and duck behind a mailbox just in time to avoid being spotted by 3 tin Lizzies who are either squatting on a stoop or stooping on a squat.
Mm-hmm. I'm bored. When's the last time we had a good rumble?
Ages.
Oh my.
Oh, we got a non-aggression pact with the Doughboys. Big Liz wouldn't like it if we messed that up. What about the Glocklins? Wanna fight some of them?
That's too weird.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You can't understand what she's saying. You lean in, careful not to be discovered.
What? I can't hear you with the helmet on. Are you eating something under there? Ooh. I think I need to be properly warmed up to try that voice.
I agree.
Anyway, let's give them what they want.
Let's kill them all.
Kill them all! Let their potentially existing god sort them out. That is
I
not a
like
mock
the-
on Christians. I don't know the friggin' religions of this world, so...
God, I love that mult. Fucking love that attack. Also, I want to point out here that we are not killing them because they are women, we are killing them because they are bitches. And you can be a bitch if you're a woman or a man.
No, I'm
We're
killing
You're a
killing them
bitch.
because we kill people.
I'm killing them because they exist.
Yeah, really. There's no other reason. We are
You know,
killing
people
them.
want to make this a sexist thing, and I will not let them. And this is not sexist. They're just evil.
No, they're just breathing.
You won! Against some pretty rough customers. Anyone who has watched us play the previous game understands that because something exists, we are compelled to kill it.
Yep. Here's what happens if you pay
Well,
them.
now I know that.
Oh well. You hand over your meat, and the goblins thank you politely and strut away.
Oh, we still got over
Are
6,000.
they strutting their stuff?
Excuse me there, my good chap. Might you have a match on your person?
Yeah, we're not gonna give up the match at this point. We might need it.
The ground shakes again, and more of those.
Yeah, the bottom line.
We've already done that.
Yeah, we walked off. Here's what happens when you do that.
They can't actually chase you, so you solve the tentacle problem by simply going to a place where the tentacles aren't.
That is a valid strategy in many situations.
2.
It's a valid strategy in this situation.
Here's one.
Well, yeah.
Some amateur wit has penned a mild bon mot on the wall of a bathroom stall. You smile, but do not laugh.
Well, let's make
the
some
bon mot,
bon mot, yeah.
Aha! Now that'll get the bathroom goers roaring.
Here's another new one.
You pass by an alley where 2 women wearing grease-stained coveralls and welding masks are slouching against the wall and sharing a cigarette. They glare at you as you pass. Hey, isn't that the bastard that Steel Kim was telling us about? They lower their masks and snap their fingers. The tips of their index fingers spark into white-hot flames.
Whoa.
Oh,
Weld his tailpipe shut.
Whoa, that was cool.
wait, what?
Oh my god, they have the incinerate plasmid.
Hush you, no one here is old enough to get that in the audience.
Also, they have death.
Ah. You
Here's
won. Your tailpipe remains unwelded.
Here's my current potion. Hand-washing gasoline.
Tin Lizzie's hands get really, really dirty. And the only thing that really works to clean them is gasoline.
Wait, so is it hand sanitizer then?
Yes.
Of a sort.
We've already got that.
Blah, blah, blah.
2. 3.
Oh my god, this man again. He can fuck right off.
4. 5. 6. Oh, whoops. That might have been a really bad thing, but that's okay.
It'll be fine.
Shit.
Hmm.
You surrender,
fool!
and they weld you to a lamppost and kick the crap out of you till they get bored. Your breath is like a break, in that you're having trouble catching it. You do not recover AP during combat. That might have been really damning during my grinding, but it's not that bad now.
Not really.
So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's enough. Alright. So now, to show you what we get out of those materials. So there are no alcohols this time set. We only have food and potions.
Oh, that's a shame. There's also no spittoons, and honestly, that's a letdown.
Yeah. So the potions we can make out of the frosty flakes and the glowing ooze. That is, without the fancy potions, the mist chemicals. You could have luminous toothpaste, which adds a mysticality, and chilled mouthwash, which is good for 3 cold armor. I will wait until I have some more materials to describe further than that. But Snackle Mills is our food port for the same stuff. With that same stuff, you could get Radium Brittle for a mysticality, and the Radium Brittle is my current food to lend itself to the spatula. And the bowl of Frosty Flakes is also good for 3 cold armor. Let's go back and do some selling here. So if you make a craft, be it a food or a potion, they sell for 25 apiece, which is a big part of how I have this much meat now.
Ah.
Don't need more than one of any equipable. Don't need those. Don't need those. I've already got the greasy version of that. I was kind of hoping to
You
break
can sell the harpoon.
Huh?
Dude, you can sell the harpoon. Fishman
Yes.
harpoon's up.
Where is it? Way up here? Yep.
Right there.
I was hoping to break 7k, but alas. You know what? I'm gonna get
will see.
one... Wait. Where's the... Oh, here we go. I'm gonna buy exactly one of those, so if we trigger the fish thing, we'll get to see what happens there. But that's it as far as how the grinding process went. You guys now know my strategy for that. Now those symbols we forgot about.
Ah, yes, the hobo language.
Yeah, they're in the speakeasy.
The hobo language, which is essentially thieves' cant.
Yep. So we need level 5 for this. We are at level 8.
Let's translate this Kobo code.
Aren't we maxed out?
Code says, grapes under here. You quickly pry up the tile, and sure enough, there are grapes.
Floor grapes.
And now it's a lie, since there are no more grapes.
Well, it wasn't.
Also, I don't think maxed out is the word for it, Mongo. We spoke to all of the hobos that were at the camp at the time we went, so as we find more hobos, I imagine we'll get more levels.
Hey, that one girl hobo that you met on the dock, did she go back to the camp?
Probably. I'll take a quick sweep of that later. But right now...
Hey there, baby, what's shaking?
You are, Dan.
Yes, I am.
I found some floor grapes.
Floor grapes, eh? Well, when life gives you floor grapes, make floor wine, baby.
Sounds like a plan. So these, I'm sure, will count as potions.
Probably.
Beer and a wine. Alright. So we don't have any new dates at the moment. Let's take a quick pass around the camp after we do a little ass kicking.
Or to die, goblins.
Goblins can have a little ass kicking as a treat.
That ain't even ass kicking. That's just a one-sided ass whooping.
Cool.
One. Let's hope you didn't accidentally teach them how to mug people more effectively.
Alright. Is there anybody here I've not spoken with? Let's make this quick. I did test the heavy.
No.
I did test the heavy boots around here. They were worthless. I think all the shoes that don't actually add stats, like the ones that cause the nice dingy sound you're hearing right now, I'm pretty sure they're all just completely functionally worthless.
Sounds right.
Probably.
That having been said, I'm going to be selling the Glocks off now that I've demonstrated the sound to you. Here we go. Hi there. Dusty, right?
That's me. And your name was... Alpha?
Got it in one.
Great. How you keeping, friend?
No complaints that would make any sense to describe. You got any hobo tips you care to share?
Oh, Letters gave you the lowdown on the code, eh? Sure, I can teach you a character or two. She pulls an old copy of the racing form out of her pocket and scribbles some glyphs in the margin with a pencil.
Oh,
Alright.
there she is.
Level 9. There's the leader. Here's King Cock. So, about those secret plans. I wonder if we have to get to a certain level in order to get there.
It must be that we have to help out more hobos.
Yeah. Alright.
Find the homeless!
Alright, so...
Can we just go to California?
There's something we can do at the boardwalk now that we couldn't do before. Yeah, let's beat them.
This time you will die.
Note to self, anything that says surrender is never an option.
Peace was never an option either.
Here's another potion that I can't sell, much to my extreme chagrin.
A 50-50 mix of engine oil and moisturizer, useful in both a skincare regimen and a 2-stroke engine.
How many strokes? Only 2? Never mind.
Must be really good at what it does.
I guess so.
Hey, Leonardo got all of his stats.
I got all I could out of the hats that I have, and attaching headbands to them does not make them any more viable for extra money, unfortunately.
What a shame.
This bastard's no good for anything. So, we had to refuse this before, because we didn't have 3 on all stats. Now we are quite nicely above that, so...
Just a little bit.
You aim the dart while winding up your arm for the hammer swing and squinting at the proprietor.
Well, you look about 38, but...
Pop! Bang!
you reek of cigarette smoke, so I'm gonna say 34.
Nicely done. Right on the money. Here's your prize. Some fancy new beach shoes. He takes a pair of clogs out from under the counter and hands them to you.
These shoes were
These shoes were made at the beach out of materials that were closest to hand.
And they probably won't do anything for us while we're still drunk. And,
I don't know, they punctuate our walking.
and listen to all the Ugandan knuckles we have here.
Do you know the way?
Please stop that fucking clicking. And there is a limit to how many times this gets you anything, at least in a single day.
What a shame.
Alright. Let's move back to Plunkett. There's a few things we can do there too.
McLaughlin's.
The only XP thing I have left right now is the Surely Shocking Jokes books.
Well, damn.
These...
You continue to plunk the dank depths of this vile repository. The jokes are so filthy they cannot even be paraphrased without giving great offense.
There's only a few of these that cycle through, apparently. And none of them are particularly filthy outright, so... Well, we'll continue to see them as this apparently endless set of stuff keeps going. And yeah, see, there you go, same thing again. And we now have a plus 10 modifier on Slee's armor.
Damn.
Right now there's no other goal for XP, so until there is, I'm not going to bother doing much else with that. So that chess game with Jessica.
You play white this time.
Not enough spooky armor. Oh, stench armor. Alright, let's check the armor situation again.
We don't have any stench armor.
Do we have a way to gain any stench armor, I wonder?
Wait, I thought we needed spooky armor.
We do, we need both.
Oh.
So we need 2 spooky, 2 stench, and 2 spooky, it looks like. Is it going to be like this the whole way down?
Very likely.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, no.
Ah.
Maybe we just have to get lucky. The old King of the Snow technique.
The sun was in my eyes.
The Knight's Lingerie technique.
Beginner's luck.
Oh, I need hot armor.
Damn it.
And then we set one of her knights on fire if we could.
The Lewd Rook Riposte.
Ah!
Do we need to
it
give
looks like
that
the party-
rook some alone time away from us?
It looks like the more you win, the higher the armor set you'll need.
Yeah.
So if you want to beat her outright, you're going to need high armor sets of everything.
Yeah. It seems that way. Does anything I have right now boost my armor? That's
Well, that one gives you one spooky, one hot, and one physical.
I've already got a spooky, though, with the Eldritch Chef's hat. It'll help with my hot armor. What I need... Ah, that ought to help for the moment. Stench armor.
Don't you also have gloves that give you hot armor?
Yes, I do. Is that it? Now what's... It is an accessory.
Yeah, there we go.
Alright, so the reporter's cufflinks and the chef's hat. Remember that from later. My sleeves armor is perfectly fine. At resting nicely at 11. Shoes are no good. I don't really want to... Well, physical armor's 4. That's actually pretty okay right now. I am putting pretty much everything at this point on my sleeves armor. The 5 has to land there in order for this to count. Let's try this. Set a pawn on fire. The Rook's Lingerie attack.
Sun was in my eyes.
Cool.
Checkmate.
Is it me, or is it leaning towards all of my... Up there we go. Alright, I need it to land on sleeves. One more shot. Come on, I've got 3 armors at 4. Alright, 6. Now it's gotta be sleeves or bust.
Bust.
Alright, let's
Yeah, so it looks like the...
let's gear back to combat. None of this is gonna help me.
Yeah, it looks like to beat her outright, you need at least all of your armors at 10.
Yeah. Sure smells that way, huh? Alright, back to combat. And with the stats we have now, how about them logs at the bank?
Ooh, good point.
Need 8 muscle.
Alright, let's get Sneaky Pete.
This is Sneaky Pete's... The Sneaky Pete's a tricky customer, but you've never met a Pete you couldn't outsneak. Blech. If turning the key in the lock does nothing, then what happens when you put it in and just leave it?
So we gain 9 XP and an unlock.
Ah, yes, exactly. The lock flicks open. Good old Sneaky Peek.
How about Methapon?
The Labyrinth of Methapon is not so difficult, really, once you spend some time with it. You visualize its rooms and corridors, making a mental map of which paths bring you to dead ends and which to success. The key turns decisively in the lock, and the cast iron head of Methapon gives you a little wink.
Now, let's see if there's a good way for us to gather enough muscle to do the thing we need to do right now.
Muscle's at 5.
Yep, muscle's at 5. Weapons wouldn't help. Accessories. Nothing for muscle.
Maybe potions can help you.
Fish
The
liver.
fish oil looks.
Yeah, fish
Yeah,
liver
fish liver
oil.
looks like an.
That's not enough, though. The last log will have to wait for the time being. And with that, we have done... I can't deal with that, can I? Okay. And with that, we have done everything currently available, or previously explored. And again, the major fight is at the fridge factory. We've got 5 more locations to check out. Where do we want to go?
I personally think we should go to the chop shop.
To the chop shop.
Chop shop.
Ah, here's my last...
Chop chop!
Here's the
A
last...
pebble next to the sidewalk catches your eye. Using that exact same eye, you determine that's no ordinary pebble. It's a petrified espresso bean. Grab the bean and crush it into powder.
Take that, Bean.
This is probably where those one girls are.
You managed to sneak up to the Tin Lizzie's hideout without anyone noticing. You aren't going to stay unnoticed for long, though. This place is crawling with Lizzies. Unless your first move is to turn tail and run, I guess.
No. So...
We wiped out the Dobos. It's time to wipe out the Lizzies.
This car looks terrible.
But it
You
smells...
isolate and then confiscate the source of the freshness. A prototype car freshener. This ingenious device consists of a cardboard tree soaked in some kind of nice-smelling oil.
I'll take that over the fucking, oh, accessory. Oh, that'll help with the chess game later. But not right now. I'm keeping all of my efforts into my power.
The freshener is gone, but the freshness remains. A couple of Tin Lizzies are busy trying to dismantle a car that is already pretty thoroughly mantleless. It's like watching someone try to scrape just one more sandwich worth of meat out of a leftover turkey carcass.
Let's get the drop on him.
Fight.
That wasn't a fight. I've seen fights.
Call me One Punch Man.
No. You successfully got revenge for that poor car.
So these are an item that allow you to attach to a pair of pants. Unfortunately, only one per customer. And all of my pants already have that.
You really ought to put it out of its misery.
Okay.
Maybe that's worse.
Good.
A greasy toolbox. Greasy gloves and some other stuff.
The outside of these gloves are so greasy that I ran out of turns. Sorry, Set.
Good.
The outside of these gloves are so greasy that it prevents any more grease from reaching inside.
We've already got one of these, though. Self-adhesive rivets.
Always good to have some of these on hand in case you need to do some emergency pants repair.
I wonder if I can add these to something that's already got an addition on it. We'll find out in a moment. But first, all.
You see a pointy bit of metal with a wooden handle. That's an all, folks.
All right, let's
I hate you.
let's check
hate
out
you so
these.
much.
Let's check out these rivets. Yep. So, riveted, greasy, Ciabatta's pants. Cool. So that's another physical armor
Cool.
on top. Alright.
There's nothing left in there but residue. Just an old oil barrel. Since it's open, it's full of rainwater.
Good old fishing rod. Oh, one of these, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Oh. We have one of these too.
You're looking for the heaviest tool in the toolbox and also the nastiest tool in the toolbox. And also, you've only got one hand free. This is probably your best bet.
We've already got one of those, so that's going to be more money. How far can we take this?
Now, to see a man about an underwater city.
And we've seen this as well.
Or more hot armor.
You got enough stuff out of here for now, sir.
If you insist.
A bunch of tin lizards are hanging out here. Their attention is mainly focused on something further to the right, but the camera doesn't move far enough for you to see what it is.
Fuck you. Fuck you, fourth wall. Let's get him. Hey, is something wrong with my guy?
No. No, there is not.
Oh, okay, cool. So it seems like for the most part these fights have... Well, the fights in the field were preparation for all this shit.
I'm not gonna lie. If we did this last week, you probably would have had a really hard time.
Probably. Not tonight, though.
Nope.
You won. Time to see what all the hoopla was about.
Hoopla!
Oobla!
A welding bench. There's a welding mask on top of it.
Neat.
This mask will protect your face from being burned while you're welding or kissing candles.
Dude,
More like a picked-apart truck.
there's the queen.
A muscular woman with flaming red hair is sitting in a throne made of welded-together wrenches and glaring at you.
Oh? You're approaching me?
The woman gives you this traditional slow, sarcastic clap as you step forward. Nice entrance.
Thanks. Nice chair.
Thanks. Now who the fuck are you?
Do I need to ask, gentlemen?
No, you don't.
Well,
I would
clearly
say
the way
politely
to
because you wanna
anyone's
be a
heart is to be
smug
as
ass.
aggressive as possible and never take no for
No.
an answer.
Fuck this bitch.
Yeah, well, the answer's two. I'm Alpha Stardix. And you better remember that name, or it'll be the last one you ever forget.
You got some high carbon steel bearings coming in here and talking to Big Liz Studebaker like that, kiddo. I'm the boss of this gang, and I don't have to take that kind of crap from anyone.
Honey, you don't know who the fuck you're dealing with. I spent 8.5 hours grinding out in that fucking desert.
We don't even know who we're dealing with.
Now, considering that you just busted into my scrapyard and beat up 5 of my girls, plus however many on the way here, I figure you got something on your mind. So what is it you want exactly?
There's only one thing I want. And that's to kick your ass.
Oh, sir.
I want to fight. And I want it
Big
now.
Liz cracks her knuckles loudly and stands up. Well, you've come to the right place, bucko.
We walked out the door, boys, and we're gonna wipe you out.
Well, I hate to break this to you, honey, but, 1, 2, 3.
8.
You won! A key falls out of Big Liz's pocket as one of her minions glumly drags her unconscious body away. Now that the Tin Lizzies know who they're messing with, shouldn't have to worry about them anymore.
It's too
Chop,
bad.
chop, shit.
That's fewer girls to drop items for me. Well, here's
The
the
key
key.
to Big Liz's shed at the chop shop. Hopefully it's easier to use than it is to say.
Dude,
It's good for 12 XP. What are we at now? 79.
Well, the Crescent Throne is yours now. You could drag it back to your room if you want to.
Okay, do that.
Oh yeah.
Crescent Throne. Your birthright.
Sit on it.
And you sit down for a moment and reflect on both your power and your responsibilities.
Heavy is the hand.
You surveyed your kingdom and decided which part of it need to be hit really hard with a throne wrench.
Nice boost. Next time I'm wielding a weapon like that.
Try head back there and finish and see what else we left behind.
Right. Let's do this first, though. Do some selling. I've got much more powerful attacks than that. Don't need to carry it around. I'm gonna keep that until we can see what the crab walk looks like. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Only need one of those. Don't need... I'll keep one of them for now. This is only good in combat, so it's kind of useless to me now. The ones I need are the ones that give me perma boosts, so I can win that fucking chess game. Alright, back to the chop shop.
Excuse me there, good chap. Much of a match on your person.
Let's have an encore of the paradox. No, but also yes.
Ah, well, thank you all the same. Toodaloo.
He just won't have it, eh? Alright. So we won ourselves our first gang prize. Before we go to the shed, let's check this out.
This car has not been noticeably chopped yet.
Let's check it out.
The doors are locked. Dang it.
Wait, is that...
Burn it down.
Is that what wire coat hangers are used for? I thought they... Well, never mind.
An old school blacksmith's anvil. This must be where they work on the really vintage cars.
Alright.
Shed door is locked.
Click.
See where she was hiding in here.
A shelf covered with various greasy metal objects. You select the most dangerous looking pieces of metal and pocket them.
Anarchist hardware.
A collection of pipes and cannon fuse and... Well, mostly just pipes and cannon fuse. Anarchy is pretty straightforward.
Sure enough.
Here.
And... guess it falls under MISC. And
I'll use them to make something.
likely. We'll check that out in a bit.
All the greasy metal objects left on this shelf are too safe and boring for you to be interested in within them.
I'd buy that.
It's a battered toolbox. Ooh, another crowbar. You never know when you might need to pry open two things at once.
There's never going
No
to be
fair.
there's never going to be a use for that. I'm going to sell one of them.
There's a car door leaning against the wall. Huh. It's been converted into a shield.
It's got to be an offhand then. Yep.
The car door with an arm strap welded to it.
Nice. My current offhand is entirely fucking useless, so let's put on the car door.
Hey.
I slammed my penis in the car door.
You slammed your penis in the car door. Yeah, I still prefer the Team Fortress
This
2 version.
poster says, antifreeze is delicious, but it's poison! It's a workbench covered in tools.
Make some
You hear
stuff.
me? Soylent Green is poison!
Fancy.
Excellent.
So, people!
So, where we have the miscellaneous chemicals for potions, the mana-enriched flour for food, we can make combat items out of anarchist hardware. So let's check these out first. The basics. Radioactive salve, slush ball, and a handmade pep pill. For fancy, a nuclear bomb. Ooh. An ice bomb. And a vigor inhaler.
Oh.
Nice.
I like bombs. How about you guys?
Perfect.
I like bombs.
It's a nuclear bomb that does 10 damage to all enemies. Fuck everyone.
You're damn right.
I feel that we must come with a
The
disclaimer
radioactive
that
material
bed
inside the
boys
regular bomb
do not
is
come
a
looking
special
for
kind
us.
of new bomb.
We are not worth your time.
There's a nuclear bomb.
A deadly blend of old-timey iconography and newfangled atomic technology. In your face, Oppenheimer!
Let's have another.
We are become death.
Alright.
Dick of death.
Let's see now. These will probably be worth 25 at sell.
You know,
What's
the
good?
cold damage might help you in the chess game. Oh, not cold damage. I'm sorry, it's cold arm. I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
Never
it's
mind.
that's
You know what else, saying?
Good thought, though.
I mean, how many times have you been poisoned in this game?
Very few, and none since deactivating the spiders.
Ah,
Having the spiders around really cramped my style. And having extra enemies against me is also not great.
that too.
There may be situations where I could use additional AP, even when I regain my ability to regain in battle. So, let's make those.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt to get one poison. One poison resist. Or cures poison, but... You never know.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just do that, because why not?
There we go.
Then I can just sell stuff off if I don't need them.
Every day on this calendar just says crimes. And you know what? I can respect that.
Excellent.
A bunch of repair manuals for cars you've never even heard of.
Except
These books is about weapons instead of cars.
welding and wielding.
Welding and Wielding Advanced Weapon Repair for Do-It-Yourself Defense by TIG Fluxcore.
Alright, let's see what it's about.
Good book. Huh. Turns out you're supposed to repair weapons after using them for a while. Who knew?
Weapon durability. I think this may have hurt us.
You know enough about weapon repair to tell when it's needed, but not quite enough to do anything about it. That?
I think that one might have. I think that one might have hurt us.
Yeah, I think
Alpha, how dare you hurt us with knowledge?
Shit.
Natural weapons not degrade.
You go to put the book away, but realize with your newfound knowledge that its spine is broken beyond repair, so you throw it away.
That makes me incredibly fucking unhappy. God damn it.
What is the durability on our weapons? Can we see it?
Wait, so
So it shows you, like, the spatula is almost done for.
and the Tin Lizzy Grease gun too.
Oh, it goes
Did
up.
this hurt us, or did it reveal to us how much you've been flipping people off?
Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to know that.
Well, according to what it looks like for the spatula, looks like it's almost there, so we're gonna find out either way or another.
Well, actually, if it's almost there, then that makes me think that it might have been there the whole time and we just didn't have the ability to see it until now.
You're probably right. So, we're not going to know that for sure unless somebody decides to look it up. I'm not going to stop anybody from doing
1,
so.
2, 3, not it, not it.
Well, At least we got plenty of weapons around, so we should still be okay.
Well, wait a minute. If the game unlocked a way to... If the game unlocked the durability, it has to unlock a way to fix it, right? That would only make sense.
No, I don't think it did. We have to keep a stock of weapons at all times. Is how I read that. Alright, so we need a note that we need to have a wire coat hanger for the chop shop.
Noted.
Alright, well...
Was there a workbench over there? So,
yeah,
go back to where the film.
Yeah, the combat items workbench is here.
I thought there was one outside.
Yeah. Alright, let's run back to Plunkett. Let's get some selling done. Can't sell raw materials, but we can certainly sell the byproducts. I'm never going to use the crowbar as a weapon, so I am confident to sell that. We only need one for the things that we do. Let's see.
You can sell that stupid duck horn.
Yep. Whenever I get there. Fishing rod I am never going to use as a weapon again.
Oh, he can never have sex again.
Alright, so the fancy items do no better selling, so that's good. The haunted duck call can go. I'll keep these around in case of emergency. These I can just keep gathering up goblin balls if I have to. But I'll keep them for now in case I need them. Alright.
Did you ever take a picture with the welder's mask?
Picture of the what?
I said, did you take a picture with the welder's mask?
Yes, I did. All my hats have had pictures taken of them.
Are you sure? 'Cause I think you picked that one up and you never took a picture of it.
I did during my grinding time.
Alright.
But yeah, good question. Alright, we need another location, gentlemen. The Tentacle House, Gideon's, St. Polycarp's, Ms. Brewster's.
Let's satisfy the internet at large.
Why?
Which fetish are you referring to? The,
To get my satisfaction. Satisfaction.
So you want the old female, homeowner, is that it?
No, the friggin' polycamps.
Oh, Polycarps? You have a church fetish?
Yeah. Oh, it was like that or the Tentacle House.
Well, we're at Polycarps, so... Hey! Level 3 hobo code.
Code says, meat stash 4th Street to the left of church, back row. There's a little hole in this tree. This must be what the hobo code was talking about.
Let's have it.
It's a wallet. Thanks, kindly hobo.
There's a hole in this
Another
cave.
wallet, worn thin from years of being sat on.
Who sits on their wallet?
Who sits on their face?
You rifle through the wallet.
if they're paying high enough, I can actually
Unless you're
imagine.
interested in a bunch of meat.
98. I will admit, slightly underwhelming at this point in time, but hey, near 100 meat is near 100 meat.
Meat is always good meat. Yes, that sounded stupid.
You're hanging with the right people.
Are the bells playing Mary
The bells are playing a
Lamb?
song that is familiar to me.
Yeah,
Yep,
sure are.
Mary had a little lamb. Very slow, though.
Welcome to the house of God.
This is the cathedral's font, or properly, typeface.
Let's do the splashing first.
Ah, that's better.
Oh, hey.
Write this down. A healing font.
You know,
You can write down that there's a healing font here.
Please do.
And this is the
Pitching a lot of
polycarp.
golden
We're in
pipe.
Polycarp, yep. So we have the oven at the Snackle Cake Factory, the science lab at Goldthwaite Park, the workbench at the Chop Shop, and the healing fountain at St. Polycarp's. Now then, let's do some desecration, shall we?
I'm all for
Desecrate
it.
everything in the name of the Lord!
The handful of holy water.
If only you had also been blessed with something to carry it in.
I wish I had that for the Dust Devil. Oh well.
Yeah, that would have helped.
Well, probably shouldn't tempt fate anymore today,
Why not?
because it said so.
Oh, hey, look. Can you go to that? Yeah, I'll say, can you go there and get that?
There's a hymnal on the back of this pew.
Pew pew.
Thanks!
An unpleasant hymnal.
There's something unsettling about this book of hymns. Maybe it's the fact that every instance of the word God has been replaced with some kind of weird shifting ink blot thing.
Interesting.
Okay, who got the Daedric Prince of Knowledge involved?
So it does spooky damage to anyone you open the book to.
Situationally useful. Still like the car door as a general practice. There's not anything hidden in any of these pew-pews, is there?
With the power of spooky compel you, bitch.
Nothing else hidden, it looks like.
Are you going to speak to the holy man?
We will in
The
a
door
minute.
down the catacombs is locked, presumably this so the cat doesn't get out.
Yeah, I'm sure talking to him is the plot thing, so we're gonna do that last.
Oh.
Please don't disturb the altar, he says.
It's a vicar, who seems agitated about something.
Okay. Hello there.
Oh no, what am I going to do?
I was going to ask if everything's okay, but plainly not.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't
Slap
see
the
that.
Jesus into him!
Services are cancelled for the moment.
What's the matter?
One of the urns has been stolen from our catacombs. Stolen!
This tiny cathedral has a catacomb?
Well, it sounds nicer than basement.
Are they
He's not wrong.
particularly important ashes? A saint or someone?
Oh my goodness, we wouldn't keep the dogs of a saint in a little cathedral like this. Our urns are just the ashes of former vicars and community leaders and so on. But they're all important in their own way, and the bishop is due to arrive for an inspection soon.
Funny how bishops always seem to be just about to arrive for an inspection somewhere.
What?
I'll look into it for you.
Oh, thank you so much. Here, I'll unlock the door so you can have a look. Mind your step on the way down, please. Those stairs are old and steep.
Alright.
Let's fight some undead skeletons.
You're assuming they're skeletons.
The vicar has unlocked this door for you.
We'll head down in a
Maybe we'll
minute.
find him. Maybe we'll find
The
a
vicar
cannibal
is still
down
really
there.
agitated about his ashes being stolen. Well, not his ashes. You know what I mean.
Man, I'd be angry if someone stole my asses.
Oh, it's you. Have you found our missing ashes yet?
You don't have an ass. Not yet.
Yes, I do.
Please hurry.
Or
the
an
bishop will be
egg.
here in minutes.
Alright. Don't get your rosary in a knot. Alright. Let's see what's down here.
Oh, take the rest of his urns.
There's one candle left unlit.
Let's get some use out of this match.
Hopefully this doesn't preclude you cursing the darkness later if you feel like it.
Well, 3 XP is still something. And we need 130 for our next boost.
There's a patch of tomb moss growing on the wall here.
Fascinating. And another manhole cover, we've seen them plenty.
It's the guest book. The last 3 visitors were Donk Hufferby, visiting from Saskatoon. Well, that seems like a dead end. They sure have some weird names up in Canada. Charles Wallet, 111 Plunkett Street. Huh, that's the address of the antique store. You have to ask Charles about that next time you see him. And Captain Augustus Dirch, 23 Kerwin Avenue. This one might be worth following up on. Location: Captain Dirch's house.
Excellent. Well, let's sign the book.
Sign the book.
And nothing fresh here, right? Uh-huh.
Alpha Stardix. That guy. A fancy pedestal with nothing on it. Fancy pedestal with an old urn on it.
And another. Whoops. Nope, nope, not yet, not yet. Nothing hiding on the walls.
It's a big crate full of identical empty burial vaults. Must be spares.
Now, where, oh where would an urn be?
We should go check out that guy's house. Pretty sure he might have something to do with the missing urn.
Alright, then let's head straight there. No paperclip.
Whoa.
The rock is steaming.
Let's comfort it.
Reassure the rock that everything is going to be okay and it sloughs off some of its rage. Gistic resin. Of all the debunked theories of how fire works, this is the one we've all agreed to pretend is true.
I see. It must be another material.
Emble away? Nah.
Nah.
Why do all the rocks in his yard have creepy glyphs painted on them? Weird.
Anything in the tree? No.
This rock has a date painted on it. 11/10/82.
One more for the newspaper agency.
Probably shouldn't just barge in.
I disagree, but whatever.
Wow.
I'm open to suggestions, gentlemen.
I'm partial to
Milk.
the former.
Go for the milk.
Okay.
I'll go.
Yeah, I think go with milk.
Judah one says milk. I'm the milkman. Got your milk.
I ain't drink that fat water, get lost.
I want to kill
Fat
this.
water, what the?
I want to kill this
How
heathen just for
dare he? How dare he?
See if he opens up for a sweepstakes.
Yeah, that was second place. Congratulations,
That
you won a
chicken, another one nothing,
sweepstakes.
didn't.
Hello?
Didn't enter no sweepstakes, no how. Scram!
See if he'll do it. Well, you should probably do the leather jacket last because I'd open the door for a leather jacket.
No, I think he'll open for the sense. Oh, actually,
So
you know what? With this game, I'm not sure.
So I think I was vaguely hearing one vote for one and one vote for two. Set?
2.
2-1 says 2. I'm from the Municipal Census Bureau.
Nobody here but me and these 4 urns.
Urns.
5. 5 urns. Go away.
I'm selling these fine leather jackets.
Don't want any. Buzz off.
He doesn't open the door for any of them. Bust the door down.
Alright, so none of
Bust
that.
his ass open.
So none of that's any good. But at least now we got a verbal clue as to the whereabouts of this lost urn. So let's report that back to the vicar and see what he has to say about it. Ah, here you go.
Solar grenade.
Soda in the hole!
You shake the old soda can until the ball starts to rattle, then pop the tab and hurl at the fishman. It explodes in a spray of sweet carbonated water, which they'll like, and glittering aluminum shrapnel, which they don't. The confluence of the two conflicting emotions confuses them plenty enough for you to make an escape.
They lived, but we got almost as much XP out of it.
Oh, it's...
Oh.
Alright.
Alright, so we need to find a way inside that guy's house.
Alright.
And I will be back.
Let's go back and see if anything was missed. Are we at 130? No, we're not. Does the order not matter? And can't bust in through the window. No back door. How are we gonna get in there?
Maybe the date has something to do with it.
Thinking blackmail potentially?
Possible.
Could be.
Alright.
I like Gabby, she's so fun.
How am I doing on materials? Okay. Let's go resolve that date first. '82 was it? So in here.
Yeah.
November 10th, 1882.
The cover story for that date is The Sinking of the Porquad, a whaling vessel that operated off the coast of Ocean City. The story says that the wreck had only one lone survivor, Captain Augustus Dirch. Despite his best efforts to go down with the ship, he was rescued and transported to shore by a friendly otter.
How simultaneously tragic and adorable.
And I'm back. What did I miss?
We read the story, and apparently he attempted to save a sinking ship, but couldn't. Let's see if he'll be willing
And
to
he
answer
was
some-
What was adorable about it?
It was an otter.
I
That saved his life.
want to ask you about the poor quad.
Alright, you better come in.
Captain's on the far left, so we are going
Oh
to
my
start...
god, he has a bunch of urns.
An elderly gray cat nervously washes itself in the corner. The cat shies away from your touch. You notice that he's wearing a collar that says Ishmael.
Do you think sardines might be... Yeah.
I think so.
We'll go back and take care of that in a little bit. This cot. There we
It
go.
smells like fitful old man sleep. Ugh. This nightstand looks like it was dredged up from an old shipwreck. There's a blubber lamp on top.
Let's check it out.
It's a simple device. A glass vessel filled with whale blubber and a wick stuck in it. Blubber lamp really rolls off the tongue, though. It's a really delightful phrase. Say it.
I really want to say no, but I feel like there's something to be gained out of going along with this.
Say it.
So, blubber lamp.
Amazing.
Oh god.
Again. Wonderful. Say it again.
Again.
It.
Again. Again.
I get tired of that. It's getting better. Incredible. I love it. Amazing. Amazing. Incredible.
Alright, let's
Alright,
count
there's
it.
nothing to gain from here.
Alright, let's count it down just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Enough.
You're no fun.
We've got work to do. Alright, let's continue rounding about.
This fishing rod
Fishing
is caked with salt. Either it hasn't been cleaned in a long time, or the captain uses it to catch horses.
Any chance I can just take this?
That ain't mine. I think the cat dragged it in.
So is that a yes?
I don't remember the question.
Well, look at what the cat dragged in.
A salty fishing rod.
This device combines the fishing pole and the harpoon in case you want to go fishing, but you don't know what order of magnitude of fish you're after.
I'm gonna experiment with this while keeping the original fishing rod just to see what happens.
You see, if you attached a battery to it, then we'd be talking.
a show full of nautical non-fiction. You are not interested in it. If Dirk's career had been more successful, this would be a Commodore's commode. This washman is full of salt water. This guy is really committed to his whole deal.
Okay, so I'm guessing this might be two distinct fishing rods, one for freshwater, one for saltwater. So it bears
It's
keeping.
impossible.
It bears keeping both of them. So let's fish. Oh, a root beer
Definitely
taffy.
fishing taffy out of the salt water.
We've seen that.
Short wooden table. There's an old tarnished silver tray on top, but it's empty.
Can we just take the tray as an offhand weapon or something?
Good thing. The plaque above this urn says, 5th Sailor.
Let me guess. Oh, I
The
guess
plaque
not.
above this urn says, Barnacle Face. The
And
plaque above this urn says, Less Handsome Jeff. The plaque above this urn says, Handsome Jeff. The plaque above this urn says, Peg Leg Johnny.
can we do anything with this?
You know, I wonder if Handsome Jeff has a Jeff pot.
An old gray-bearded man in a sea captain's hat is glaring at you suspiciously.
Well, let's talk.
You're the suspicious one.
What do you want?
Well, I'm from the Ocean City Watchful Eye. You know, the newspapers.
Don't trust newspapers, nor newspaper reporters, neither.
Well,
Nor otters.
fortunately, I'm only one of those three things. Can I ask you about the port quad?
Ain't nothing to say. Storm broke unexpected, we hit a funny rock, all hands lost. That was decades ago. Why you bothering me now?
Well, it's a slow news day. What was funny about the rock?
Ever see a 30-foot black basalt obelisk sticking out straight up out of the ocean?
I can't say I have.
Me neither.
Okay,
I've
I
been
thought I
around
heard
for
you say
years.
assault.
No. So, I guess when you said funny, you didn't mean it as in, ha-ha. What's with the rocks in your front yard?
You
I
hit
ain't got
Rapture.
nothing, no, except for the date marker I put.
What'd you say?
I was talking about Rapture.
Did they just, come with the house?
The one pops up every once in a while. What's that guy doing anything?
Well, nothing, I guess. How many men are in your crew?
There was Pegleg, Handsome Jeff, and Less Handsome Jeff, and Old Barnacle Face. Looks askance at the row of urns, and, the other one. The 5.
What was the fifth sailor's name?
I ain't recall. He was new, just signed on before that last voyage. Didn't talk much. Eerie fella, to be honest.
Erie?
Spooky. That's all I got to say about him.
You have a lot of, urns?
Bruised bodies washed ashore after a time. Didn't figure they'd want a sea burial after what happened, so I had him cremated. Well, except
Except... what?
that 5th feller weren't never found. I ain't recall how that urn got there. He was a member of the crew right and proper, though, so he got as much right to be here as any of them.
Did you ever visit that little cathedral?
Sure, used to go and pay my respects once in a while. Back before my knee started acting up. Got plenty of urns to talk to right here, though. Har.
You talk to the urns?
Yep. Shoot the breeze, relive old glories and such.
You say that like they talk back.
I do, and I can see from your face that you don't believe me, so you can ask him yourself, landlubber.
I guess I'll have a chat with your urns then.
Fine. If you got any more questions for me, ask them now. I'm tired of all this chit-chat.
I'm done asking questions. Thanks.
Been eating all the limes again.
Tain't right. Tain't right at all.
Well, let's go left to right. Peg leg
Peg
Johnny.
leg Johnny.
Hello?
The urn doesn't respond.
Anybody there?
Look around and make sure the captain's asleep, then mutter gruffly to the urn.
Yar there, Johnny. You can speak freely now, sailor. I got rid of that no-good landlubber.
A muffled, youthful sounding voice replies, "Yar, Captain. What do they want anyhow?"
Nothing of import. Your basic landlubber prattle trying to sell newspapers and like that. Pay it no, never mind.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So, how are things?
Oh, no problems, Captain. Everything's shipshape.
Haha!
Always happy to shoot a sea biscuit with you, though.
Sure. Let's reminisce about old times.
Great. I love hearing your stories of nautical adventure.
Oh, instead of that, why don't you tell me how you got the name Peg Leg Johnny?
Well, it's because of my leg. Right? Got a peg leg.
Sure. How'd you get it?
I got it because I lost the original leg?
I'd assume so, but, yeah, but how?
Wait, weren't you there when it happened?
Time for my nap. I'll talk to you later.
Did they both just try to outsuss each other?
Think so.
And fail?
Yes.
Handsome Jeff. So, how you be doing, Handsome Jeff?
Smooth sailing, Captain. Feel like talking over old times?
Sure, I mean, why not?
Right then, which particular yarn from your past have you got on your mind?
Actually, let's talk about you.
Me?
The fellow next to you is less handsome Jeff, eh? So, is this judgment of your relative appearance literal, or is it more of an ironic reversal sort of deal? Yar!
Well, you never... Wait a minute. Don't you remember what we actually look like?
Oh, yes, of course I do. I gotta go bite.
Gee.
Yeah, okay. Less handsome Jeff.
Anything on your mind, Captain?
Well, like what?
Well, I don't know. Just if you wanted to wax nostalgia about old times or anything?
Right.
Right. So,
Yar!
So...
Oh, right. Those old times, right?
Sure. Right, you are, Captain.
Those
Oh
old
my God.
times we had together. Yar!
Yar, we sure did. Many of them.
Yar! Anyway, I'm glad we had this talk. Yar!
Hey yar, hey yar, hey yar.
Barnacle. Everything going all right? Yar!
Aye, Captain. Nary a cloud in the sky.
Good. Great. Yar!
Are you in the chatting mood?
Sure. Yar!
Well, you know me, Captain. Man, a few words and all. Happy to listen, though.
Right, well, actually I was wondering about your name there, that...
Barnacle Pace? What about it?
Well, I was just wondering why... I mean, of course I know why, but if you have any insight into, Yar...
I mean, you never actually said, that is, you never asked before, so I thought you already...
Right, yeah, obviously I already... anyway, if you're not comfortable discussing it, that's fine. Yar...
okay, yeah, good.
Yar... Yar...
Oh my God.
Fifth Sailor. So, Sailor, how goes it? I'd ask what's new, but, Yar... You're not a talkative one, are you, matey? I suppose you never were, come to that. So, well, as you were, then.
I could use some smokes, Captain.
What?
Smokes.
Smokes? As in, cigarettes?
Aye.
What does Earn want with cigarettes, yar? Alright then.
Leave on table like usual, please.
Yar. Well, I know a
What
place
about
we
a
can...
compliment?
Yeah, I know a place we can get cigarettes.
Lung cancer ahoy!
He's an urn. How can he get anything?
How is he talking?
We're not here to ask questions. Okay, so...
Indeed not.
But first, let's buy the ration cigarettes. Nothing I'm willing to dispense with just yet. Back to business.
More rocks.
I do like getting my rocks off. 1,
Do that on your own
2,
time.
3, 4. Okay. Wait, you said leave them on the table like always. Yar there, sailor.
Yar, Captain, anywhere on those smokes?
Ah, your smokes. Right, aren't you worried about getting the ashes mixed up? Arr.
Just leave them on the table there if you please, Captain.
Yar.
You put the cigarettes on the tray and quickly hatch a plan. Approaching the fifth urn, you put on Captain Dirch's voice again.
Arr, matey, your smokes be upon the table as you wanted. Yar.
Appreciate it, Captain. Then you hide behind the captain who is snoring in his chair. After a time, the bookcase slides aside, and an unshaven, shifty-looking guy pokes his head out and glances up surreptitiously. Then he tiptoes over the table, picks up the pack of cigarettes, and returns to the secret door. The bookcase slides shut behind him.
Well, what do you know?
Take this motherfucker out.
How goes it, sailor? Yar.
Going fine, Captain. Thanks for the smokes.
Sure thing.
The shelf that guy came out from behind, though. Rather, the shelf out of which from behind of which came the guy.
Well, shit, I forgot I forgot the sardines. Well.
You try to push the bookshelf aside, but it's locked in place. There must be a catch. I mean, literally.
I'll take a vote.
Number 3.
Yeah, number 3.
Yeah, number 3.
Practical secret doors for the home handyman.
You tilt the book forward and nothing happens. So you pull the book all the way off the shelf and nothing happens. So you flip the book open and start rifling through the pages until you find the page corner turned down. A diagram on the page shows the 3 most common unobtrusive latch mechanisms for bookshelf-based secret doors, and upon closer inspection, this bookcase is using the second one. Now you can open the secret door whenever you're ready.
Excellent. Now, what I should have done was gone to the other 2 first, but well, whatever.
You give a respectful salute to all these dead soldiers. Maybe this guy thinks it's treasure, but it looks like trash to you. Hey, what are you doing in,
Were you seriously about to ask me what I'm doing in here?
Yeah, even as I was saying it, sounds stupid. How'd you find me?
I hid and watched when you came out for your smokes.
Oh, that was you, huh? I thought the captain's voice didn't sound quite right.
So what's the deal?
Well, it's basically just what it looks like.
It looks like you're hiding in this old man's house to rob him while he sleeps.
In case it's not at all what it looks like.
I'm listening.
I admit, at first I was planning on robbing him. I figured an old sea captain must have a secret treasure, right?
He wasn't a pirate.
No, it turned out he's just a lonely old man with nobody to talk to, except, well, his old sailing buddies. I started hanging out back here and chatting with him through the wall.
You didn't find it strange?
It was a little spooked at first, but once I got in the handle on how the different voices should sound and learned enough to keep up with the anecdotes, he relaxed. It's nice to have someone to talk to, even if the situation is kind of weird, right?
So that's all? You do this just because you feel sorry for him?
Yeah, well, I won't pretend I don't like having somewhere to stay rent-free. And his pension from the shipping company is pretty good, and his short-term memory is kind of bad, so he doesn't pay much attention to the fact that he's buying food for 2 people. He's a good guy, and it's an easy life. Don't screw it up for us, okay? Wait, what is it to you anyway?
I'm here about the stolen urn.
Oh, yeah, that was probably a mistake. He mentioned the fifth sailor a few times, so I thought he might like to have the whole crew together, you know? I lifted a random urn from that little cathedral to fill the spot. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
The vicar needs it back.
It seems like a good idea at the time.
Okay.
Famous last
It'll be
words.
weird. Okay. It'll be weird if it just vanishes, though. Could you swap it for another one? The captain doesn't open them, so he won't notice there's no ashes in it.
Fine, I'll see what I can do.
Solving everyone else's problem.
Did you switch out the 5th urn yet?
Not yet.
So now we gotta find a 5th urn.
Alright, we gotta... Let's do this first. I'm gonna run back to Plunkett real quick and get a pack of sardines.
Thanks, Jeb.
And they're good for Slee's armor as far as food goes, so you know what? I'm gonna get 2 of them. Wait, no. Slee's armor is super up there. I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Alright, now we'll go to Polycorps. Let's tuck away a spare urn. Wouldn't hurt to take one.
There's plenty in here, so the vicar won't miss just one. Besides, you've earned it.
You have.
This urn is
Cremaindered.
not yet cremaindered.
Fascinating. Let's warp out of here. Rather than go up the stairs and alert anything.
Sure.
Let's kick their asses. Oh,
They're
fascinating.
kicking some ass there.
Alright. And now that I've got 4 AP, riveting web of vision, ain't it?
Ta-ta.
Goodbye, fuckers. We are getting some hauls now. Swippity swap.
You should talk to the guy in the back.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
switch out that 5th urn yet?
Yeah, I did.
Great, so we're square then. Everything's Jake. I mean, it's
Votes?
fine with me.
Yeah, I got no problems.
So that's a 1.
Yeah, I suppose.
Set? What's your number vote?
Sure, no problem.
2 to 1 says 1.
That's not blow my cover. It means a lot to me. To the captain, too, even if he doesn't exactly know it.
Uh-huh. Can we make him know it? Apparently not.
Get the sardine to the kitty.
You know, it seems a lot calmer.
Oh.
New
Oh.
cat unlocked. You can now pet
What does he
Ishmael.
do?
Let's receive a boon.
Alright, so
Alright.
so we have Calliope's boon and Ishmael's boon would
Alright.
boost mysticality even fucking further.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't think we need that right now.
Fair not.
Physical armor is more useful to us. Mysticality is already pretty high, and we're already really fucking OP. So we're going to hang on to Calliope for now.
Well, you know, when you grind in the first area for like 3 centuries, kind of become level 10,000.
I see
Not wrong.
I see no problem with this.
Alright, time to return to the church and give him back his own.
Yep. To Polycorps. Let's get our hands on another match.
This guy again.
And
Oh, it's you. Have you found our missing ashes yet?
I sure did. Here you go.
Wonderful. I'll get this polish and reinstalled right away. Blessings upon you, my child. In fact, let me make the blessing literal. I have some holy water of Saint Polycarp here somewhere. Ah, here we go. He takes out a little bottle of water and splashes some on your forehead.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, that haunted decision we made way back when. Up first, St. Polycarp's forehead. Ah,
Your forehead has been anointed with the blessing of Saint Polycarp, the patron saint of bodybuilders. Do you even lift, bro?
well,
I do.
that's a good muscle boost.
Oh, now we can go up to...
Yeah, 2 more, we can get that last lock.
Well, technically 1 more because you have something that increases your muscle.
Ouch! That burns a little. Say, whose ashes are in that urn anyway?
Unfortunately, we don't know his name, but he was a sailor who washed ashore near here after a shipwreck. Some of the locals took him in, but he didn't survive the night, poor fellow. He was interred here as an act of charity.
Was that
The sweet irony.
was that about 50 years ago, give or take?
Oh no, it was more like 300 years ago.
Ah,
Oh, thank God.
interesting.
Okay, they got me with that whiplash. They got me
Thank
good.
you again for your help, my child.
Aw,
My child, praise the Lord in Jesus' name.
toward nothing.
Let me say, as an atheist, that was really awkward.
I bet it was.
Yes, deny your faith.
Alright,
Wait, isn't it?
so that's pretty well for now. And all that, and...
Now what?
we are down to 5 minutes. I think we better wrap up.
I agree.
Let's get one more little ass whooping in. Actually, let's check out this car door bit.
Gadoosh.
And let's see the slush ball. That's a pretty blue text. Yeah, and these are the hat bands I'd been using, but they're all good now. I have all 4 materials now, right? Alright. Since we do have a couple minutes left, let's have a quick little expo. Since I now have all 4 materials that we use. So there's also plain tea for the phlogistic resin, handcrafted coffee, energizing powder.
You should get some cola and some hot armor. Help you turn the chest game.
Well, the problem with that is I can only have 1 potion going at a time. I can't do both. The old system on West of Loathing, I would have been able to do that. Alas, not here.
Sure.
Ah, the old system.
Alright. Snackle Mills. Let's beat them up.
Prepare to die, goblins.
And here's the other part of how I was doing this. Speed combat. I'm not going to waste a nuclear bomb on this.
It's almost like it's become too easy now.
So we get a hot link for the resin, which is also... Would seem to me that these all line up across the board, huh? I'll have to remember that for the future. Now, what's the combat item I can get without the fancy for Chop Shop? Surely I have enough to do this now. Here. Yeah. At the rate I can gather XP, there's no reason not to spend it. And over the other end of this, into the shed. What does this one do? A Molotov shot. Nice. Very nice.
Dude.
Alright, cool. Alright, we'll do this. I will keep exactly one of each. So that I have a reference the next time I get a thing for fancy. One last quick little sell. You know what? This is fine for right now. Cool, so we've done pretty good, and I don't feel any particular need to do any grinding right now. So, this is exactly where we will leave off, and this is exactly where we will start the next time around, with 3 locations left: Ms. Brewster's, Gideon's, and the Testicle House. So, thanks for joining, motherfuckers.
And remember, the clams got Gerald.
And until next time, I'm Alpha.
I'm not sure what to say.
Mongo is only pawn in game of life.
I'm lost.
And we'll see you fuckers next week. Good night.